Well, another day, another dollar, or should I say, another AFCON, because all roads lead to Morocco now for the 2025 edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. We know when it is. It's going to be in December next year. Not Jan, not the summer, December. It's literally going to probably start around when the Arab Cup will end. So really interesting decision. I'm pretty sure Morocco would want it to be in the summer, but that stupid Club World Cup that no one's going to care about is happening in the summer. And of course FIFA seem to prioritise that over CAF's showpiece continental competition. But of course if Ali and Wydad and Taraji and all these teams are playing in that competition, they can't release their players for the AFCON. So it's a bit weird, but it is what it is. So December next year. But the qualifying will probably take place this year. So by the end of this year, we'll know what teams have made it to that competition. Let's take a look at it. We'll start with Algeria's group in Group E. We've got Equatorial Guinea, Togo and Liberia. Now, I think this is one of the toughest qualifying groups we've had in recent memory. I'm not saying it's a tough group, I'm saying it's one of the toughest we've had recently. The last two qualifying campaigns, the groups have been dead easy. I think we were winning games with our second team. In fact, the last AFCON we got the most points in qualifying, more than anyone. Well, that did us so much good in the competition, didn't it? This one, you're actually going to see some tests. You come out of this group, you deserve to qualify. You've got Liberia, who I think Algeria will beat twice. Togo is a big name, of course, 2006 made it to the World Cup. But since the Adebayor era has ended, Togo have not been to the AFCON for a while. They've been poor. They did draw to Senegal recently, but it's going to be between Algeria, Equatorial Guinea and Togo. Now, Equatorial Guinea, of course, won the group at the AFCON. You're thinking that's tough. But this Nsue situation is difficult. You'd expect him to be unavailable. They're a completely different proposition without him. They lost to Tunisia recently. It was a dodgy penalty, we know, but of course they're the team that stopped Algeria's 35-game unbeaten run. You've got the mug with the pink hair, Salvador. So Algeria will be looking to get revenge against Equatorial Guinea. So remember Togo Belmadi beat them, didn't he? Like 4-0, 4-1 away from home. So I think we're going to be okay. Win your home games. We can't start messing about like this Guinea game just gone and lose the home games. You've got to win your home games and the qualifying will take care of itself. But I think Algeria should be okay, just be a little bit more competitive than usual. Group A, Tunisia, Madagascar, Comoros and Gambia. My early thoughts are Tunisia won't make it. They've got a lot of off-the-field problems, need to get the manager situation sorted. Very poor side to watch on the eye. But Comoros and Gambia are probably the toughest teams to get out of pot 3 and pot 4. I actually think that pot 1 and pot 2 here won't make it. I'm going to predict Comoros and Gambia make it out of Group A. Group B now, Morocco are the host nation, so even if they lost every game and came bottom, they would still qualify. So essentially you've got Gabon, the Central African Republic and Lesotho fighting for one spot. And it doesn't really matter what Morocco do because they're the host, they're going to be there. But I think Central African Republic, you think they got so close last time. They've got Kondogbia, they've got Mafuta. They're going to feel a bit annoyed that they're in this group because there's only one spot available. They're going to have to get stuff against Gabon. But I'm going to predict that Central African Republic will make it, and I think it could be one step too far for Aubameyang. So I'll go Morocco and Central African Republic. Group C, Egypt and Cape Verde and Mauritania. Botswana won't make it. Now you think Mauritania, oh my God, Mauritania, they beat Algeria. Well, yeah, it's the only team they've beaten, isn't it? The only AFCON game they've ever won. In the World Cup qualifying, I don't think they've scored a goal. So on paper you're thinking, oh, that's a tough game. Listen, Mauritania are just so bad. So I think Egypt and Cape Verde will be comfortable. Group D is interesting because you've got Nigeria, Benin and Rwanda together again. That is identical to the World Cup qualifying group. And of course Benin manager used to be the manager of Nigeria. Rwanda have started very good in those World Cup qualifiers too. Libya will feel like they've been given a tough draw. But I'm going to go for Nigeria, and Libya and Benin is too close to call in that one. We spoke about Algeria's group. Group F, Ghana and Angola, were they not in qualifying together last time? Niger don't have a chance. I think Sudan are getting better, but they'll be disappointed with that in terms of the difficulty. Ghana and Angola is tough, and Sudan are going to have to battle with Angola. Ghana seem to have got their act together, but I'll go for Ghana and Angola. Côte d'Ivoire, the holders, and Zambia will look to make it. Zambia have been poor in those World Cup games, but Chad, not a chance. Sierra Leone with those ageing defenders, can they do anything? They've got to get a result against Zambia that might be closer than people think as well. But for sure, the holders Ivory Coast will make it. I think DR Congo and Guinea are chilling. I think Tanzania and Ethiopia won't be coming out of H. I think Congo and Guinea will qualify from that one. In I, Mali will qualify for sure. Eswatini won't. Now, one of Mozambique and Guinea-Bissau isn't going to make it then. That's going to be interesting. Mozambique, of course, started very good in Algeria's group in the World Cup qualifiers. I think they might get there over Guinea-Bissau. It's a shame one of those is going to miss out, though. Cameroon are chilling in Group J. They'll make it. Namibia, Kenya and Zimbabwe is going to be close. Now, of course, Kenya and Zimbabwe both missed the last AFCON because they weren't allowed to play qualifying because of political interference. Now they're together, and I think Cameroon will qualify. That is tight. That's going to be tight. Any of those other three teams could make it for me. I think South Africa in Group K with Uganda, Congo and South Sudan are absolutely loving life right now under Hugo Bruce. I think South Africa might even get 18 points. I think South Sudan and Congo are not good sides, and I think Uganda will get second, but they'll be miles behind South Africa in that group. And Group L, Senegal and Burkina Faso should be okay comfortably to qualify ahead of Malawi and Burundi. So do you agree with me? Let me know about the draw. What do you think about Algeria's group? Should we be more worried? Because, of course, it's not Belmadi, the same pair of hands. It's Petkovic. Equatorial Guinea ×2, Togo ×2, and Liberia ×2 to come. I'll see you next time.